What's up, guys? This is Mike Loris, going to be casting a best of 3 from Dota Legends that is brought to you by Amateur Dota 2 League, so be sure to check them out. I think it's just amateurdota2league.com, but if you just Google search AD2L, you will also find it there. This is going to be between Xeno on the radio. Literally gaming. They're literally gaming, guys, on the Dire, and holy crap, a Witch Doctor first pick. You know, usually I start these games with the first pick, because the first pick is usually kind of like, well, no one really saw that one coming. That's so surprising. Like Treant Protector is the first pick. It goes well with pretty much anything, and you could play a very offensive strategy, you could play a very defensive strategy when you pick up a Treant. When you pick up a Witch Doctor first pick, I'm not really too sure what the signal is like to the enemy team. Witch Doctor is a support that's been seeing a little bit more play. I mean, Maledict on someone is usually a death sentence, and Death Ward, if you have good positioning, can absolutely wreck face. It's I think a lot more consistent than a CM freezing field. Puts you in a little bit less danger since you don't have to be in the middle of everything. But he's a support hero that you could kind of wait until the 4th, even 5th pick to get. Like if the enemy team is going to be banning out supports, they're going to be banning out, you know, Bane. They're going to be banning out Rubik. They're going to be banning out Shadow Demons, stuff like that. Hell, I think that there's a higher chance of them banning out a Vengeful Spirit than a Witch Doctor. Quite honestly. But, hey, we have a Witch Doctor first pick, which is probably going to be played as support Tidehunter. You know, a long time ago you would have said Tidehunter would have been a support as well, but I don't think really the case. The way the game is shaping up at the moment, we see a lot of Tidehunter off lanes, or solo lanes. Sometimes he's solo safe. A lot of Tidehunter solo lanes, a lot of Tidehunter mid lanes, and, well, who would have thought that would be the case? Xeno going to open up their draft a little bit more standard, I would say. Treant Protector as well as the Rubik as the first picks. Looks like both teams going to ban out their really heavy farm heroes, as both sides have kind of gotten their more team fighty support-y cast up. Literally gaming, probably going to look towards one more support, as I said before, Tidehunter. Most likely not going to be played as that role. But Xeno with the Rubik with the Treant Protector. Rubik isn't the best roamer. I mean, telekinesis is great, but you really need someone to do the damage. Treant Protector can do that damage if he does get that leech seed off, and you hit them with like 80 damage a pop with your right clicks. It's pretty broken, but that's fine, because, well, it allows Xeno some access to early roam, depending on who their mid lane is and who they're going to be supporting in lane. PA, Faceless Void, Nature's Prophet, as well as Tinker. As I said before, lots of heavy farm heroes, so as both teams have already gotten their heroes that work very, very well when they are on a budget. Literally gaming, going to snap that Invoker. So this is going to probably shove Tidehunter into a solo lane. And Xeno, well, they do... Whoa, Silencer, okay. Well, Silencer, when he's Mission 1 farm, hurts. He really does. He really, really hurts. The only problem with this is that, well, first of all, you could Kraken Shell out of it, which isn't really a problem, it's just something that could happen. Is that when you want to pop off Global Silence, the Tidehunter is going to be the one blinking and ravaging. Like, you're usually not going to be initiating with Global Silence. You're going to be waiting for a little bit, and then you're going to be Global Silencing afterwards. And if Silencer gets hit by that, then he's pretty much screwed, because you can get it off maybe, but at that point it's way too late, just because Silencer needs a lot of time in order to actually do the damage. And, well, when he gets hit by the Ravage, he's probably not going to have that much time. But Silencer could also be potentially the solo mid hero for Xeno, put him toe-to-toe with the Invoker, and holy crap, this team comp is amazing. I think I'm in love, guys. Ogre Magi. Literally gaming, probably going to get a Lone Druid last pick, I want to say. But anyway, Silencer could go mid lane versus Invoker. He'll be very vulnerable now to the Ogre Magi Witch Doctor roaming combination, just because Silencer is a very, very paper hero. Although, I think versus Invoker, he could... It's probably not a lane that favors him, but it's definitely a lane that he could survive in, especially if he has Rubik and Treant Protector supporting him. But literally gaming with Ogre Magi Witch Doctor. Ogre Magi and Tidehunter are two of the tankiest heroes in the game at the early stage. Like, Ogre Magi is on top there. Like, he's an intelligence hero, but put that in quotation marks, because he has like something like 7 base armor, like 700 plus HP. It's absolutely absurd. So when you get hit with the Ogre Magi, you can't really stand and fight. You just gotta book it. When you have an Invoker Witch Doctor, possibly even a Tidehunter going after you as well, then literally gaming, they have a really, really aggressive early roaming strategy. Of course, their late game is going to suffer a little bit. Ogre Magi, one of the few support heroes that directly buffs your carry. You know, Witch Doctor kind of does that with health, but that's more of an early thing. You know, the other main one being the Vengeful Spirit. But Bloodlust on, you know, a really hard hitter, you don't really want to underestimate that. because once you do start underestimating that, then you're probably just going to die. Now, fortunately for Xeno, they, well, first of all, picked up the Darkseer as their 4th pick, so between the Vacuum Wall, Global Silence, and the Overgrowth, they, well, both sides have some pretty good team fight, but good thing for Xeno is that the second round of bans, they didn't really see much. They saw Tidehunter Witch Doctor, but they banned out Faceless Void and PA. And Faceless Void and PA would have gone really, really well with what Literally Gaming have right now. I think a little bit more so the PAs, who would really do well with a lot of attack speed. You just get a little bit of damage, and then suddenly everyone's bleeding out for 1,000 a pop. But Literally Gaming, they're going to need someone to actually make use of the Bloodlust. They're going to need someone to actually do damage. Because yes, they'll have a lot of spell damage. Tidehunter is going to be dishing out a whole lot with that Anchor Smash. Ogre Magi, he could do a lot as well, and, you know, Invoker with Maledict. You can't really underestimate this early spell damage of Literally Gaming. And Xeno, to be fair, don't have a lot of damage either. Darkseer and Rubik are kind of on the low damage end until you get to later levels for the Darkseer. Silencer does need a lot of armor as well. That's why I said Literally Gaming probably would benefit quite a bit from picking up a Lone Druid. There are a few things that benefit more from Bloodlust than a Bear. Just getting that attack speed, higher chances for Entangle because you get more hits in. Kind of similar to, you know, PA and Faceless Void, where you're just going to be hitting faster and faster so you get more bashes or crits or entangles. All of those good things. I want to see a Slardar just because fish work well together. They actually don't, guys. Like, if you pick fish together, they just don't work. Tidehunter and Slardar, it doesn't work. But Xeno going to ban out the core Wraith King, the position 1 Wraith King from Literally Gaming, another hero that would benefit a lot from that increased attack speed. So, Literally Gaming, they could go into the Lone Druid, which I think will give them enough early game to kind of just take control early on, just because the Bear is going to be such a dominant force in lane. It's going to be a little bit awkward laning that, because you'll have a Lone Druid in a tri-lane, but hell, if you can make some pushes happen, that could be fine. I think a Dragon Knight farmer will also not be too terrible. Hell, they could just go for a Ricky or something like that. No, probably not. That's probably a terrible idea against a Silencer Global Silence against a Darkseer. Not going to be a fun idea with that one, so maybe not discount that one. But really, they could either go super turbo early aggression, and I think they could very well do that. Xeno, they're going to rely heavily on their team fight, and if the enemy team is heavy on their team fight, well, you need to take the heat to them early. So this last pick will of course influence what Xeno want last. But as of right now, I want to say that they're going to get a mid-hero, something like a Panda, to kind of pseudo-counter the Witch Doctor, the Tidehunter, and the big AoE that Literally Gaming have, as well as, you know, have someone to actually jump in. Have Panda jump in, clap split, follow up the Global Silence. That's pretty much an unlosable team fight unless you're really far behind. Ooh, Literally Gaming, gonna go a little bit old school. Who would have thought ever I would say Lifestealer is old school? I know, guys, times are changing. Not really a hero that would benefit as much as the others with the Bloodlust. I mean, he has a Rage, which is a lot of attack speed, so I guess having Rage all the time is never really a bad thing. Lifestealer Race Car is a thing. That'll give them their late game. I think I might have wanted to see a Gyrocopter and see Literally Gaming take it slowly. With the Lifestealer, they'll be able to take it late as well. Lifestealer is a hero that does get hit pretty hard, actually, by Silencer's Global Silence, as far as carries are concerned, just because Lifestealer is a hero that doesn't really go for BKB. Usually Lifestealers are like, oh, I have Rage, I have Magic Immunity, I don't need BKB. But when the other side has Global Silence, when the other side has Overgrowth, when the other side has a wall they will get a copy of you no matter what, even if you are Magic Immune, then Lifestealer is going to be in an awkward position where he would want to Rage to do damage, but Silencer is going to deny him that if Lifestealer is the one to get ganked. Silencer is going to keep his finger on the ultimate button just in case those situations happen. I expect they should happen. At least a couple of times. If they don't, then Literally Gaming is going to take full control of this game and just run away with it. 10 seconds remaining, Xeno still need their mid lane hero unless they want to run Silencer in there, which is not really probable. Panda? Templar Assassin, okay. So it's a little bit more damage. I think Xeno, yeah, that's also a good way to go. We're currently a little bit light on damage. Silencer, maybe I don't give him enough respect, but he does need a lot of farm in order to get, first of all, the levels, so he can actually use Last Word for early nuking, as well as have the glaives for glaving people and having that scalability into the late game. Then he needs the attack speed, then he needs the intelligence. So it's a little bit awkward when you're trying to lane a position 1 Silencer. Most of this team fight contribution for the first 20-30 minutes comes from the Global Silence, and then, poking away at glaives. If he does get jumped on, he's just going to melt, but that's the risk you take. Templar Assassin in the mid lane versus an Invoker should be a decent matchup for the TA. Invoker probably is going to go for a Sunstrike of disables on an Exort Invoker rather. He's probably going to go for an Exort Invoker, judging by the amount of disables his team has, and the fact that Rubik and Darkseer and hell everyone on the Xeno side, with the exception of Templar Assassin, are very, very vulnerable to the Sunstrike of Invoker. So, we are in the game, guys. Let's see Bastion. Oh, hell yeah, thanks guys. You guys are the best. And we are in the game on the Xeno side. Did they change the font? They definitely changed the font. And, okay, so, we got, I guess, Arf going to be playing the Treant Protector support, heading towards the bot lane. Zydo going to be off-laning solo as the Darkseer, going to rush up his Soul Ring. Pretty standard Darkseer stuff. Silencer is going to be hard carrying, I'm assuming. Clicks is going to be playing that here. Rubik's going to be supporting as Handball. Last but not least, that leaves Kicks. Whoa, why am I... Okay, this is new. But the enemy team, LG, they're all smoked up, and I could actually zoom out for this. Holy crap, this is technology. The technology before this just wasn't there, but they're smoked out, they're looking for blood, and Arf might be walking into a trap. Oh, I'm going to just abuse the hell out of this. Here we go, Easy's in the front, he's going to throw the cask. It will not bounce at all. Living, the open wounds, no, living armor is actually not going to come down. Sentry Ward, though, they see Arf, they're going to put him in a corner. Nobody puts Arf in a corner. Where's the other Sentry Ward? Where is it? They only had one? Oh, there it is. Put it, where, you know where he is? Are they not going to get him? Okay. There is another from the Ogre Magi, but they let him go.
And away we go.
Okay, I have to figure out like the regular zoom distance now, because this is a little bit too far away. I feel like this is a little bit too close. What the hell is going on? Okay, I'm sorry guys, but this is like new patch stuff. How could I change this? Can I even change? Okay, this is going to be so annoying. Anyway, on the LG side, we have JB going to be farming as the Lifestealer. I'm going to hit the zoom in and zoom out button so much, guys. I apologize. It's my scroll wheel. There's no way I could not do it, just because I usually hit it, and it happens. X-Nudge is going to be playing the Ogre Magi, holding his Sentry Ward, I guess, in preparation for a lane ward. Easy is going to be playing the Witch Doctor support. Miko is going to be handling the mid lane, is going to go for an Exort Invoker. And last but not least, we have Chrono Dota playing on the... Why am I scrolling? What? Stop it. Okay. Sorry guys, this camera stuff is going to just got a lot harder. I don't know if there's any way to lock it, but I don't really want to look in the settings right now. But it looks like we're going to be watching this one from a little bit more of a bird's eye perspective. Take a quick look at the lanes. Tidehunter is going to be soloing a lane as I predicted before. Clicks is going to be farming this one. Has actually gone for Curse of the Silent at level 1. It's not a great skill versus Tidehunter because Anchor Smash is very spammable, and if you do invest many, many points into it, then Tidehunter, in lane at least, is going to Anchor Smash and walk away. So you're not going to get much value out of that skill. However, it does open the door, once you get 4 points of that, to getting a maxed out set, an Aghanim Scepter, once you actually can't afford that. So it'll provide a potential benefit in the late game. Okay, stop it. This camera is pissing me off so much. So he's not really going to get much on that bottom lane, that Tidehunter. If Rubik comes out with the Treant Protector, he's going to get beaten down. Meanwhile, on the top lane, Darkseer, kind of in a similar situation, not really as much so. He has a level, whereas Tidehunter is still sitting at level 1 in Zydo. With the Ion Shells supporting him, he'll be able to push this wave out, make things a little bit difficult for JB in a little bit. But Lifestealer versus Darkseer, we've seen this time and time again. It gets a lot easier for Lifestealer once he gets, first of all, to that level 6. It's zooming in again. What the hell? I did not press anything. Okay, we're going to play it like this. I feel like my frame rate is dropping as well, but I don't know. I guess you can't keep it zoomed out for that long. But Zydo might be in a little trouble, actually. No, he should be just fine. Actually, Fire Blast being picked up by Ogre Magi. It's not the higher way to go as far as damage is concerned, but it is when you're going up against Darkseer, you just need the stun, so that's completely fine. Invoker in the mid lane, 7-for-1 versus the 11-for-4 Templar Assassin with 2 points in the refraction. It's a fairly difficult lane for the Invoker, but really what he wants to do is help his team via the Sunstrikes. Dominating this lane versus Invoker involves really, really fancy work with the Forge Spirits, just constantly tapping at the Templar Assassin. It's a pain, especially when you consider the fact that Cold Snap was recently nerfed, and exactly that was what I was talking about in the bottom lane. But Invoker is going to struggle in the bottom lane. Once Templar Assassin gets to level 6, the door does open for her to get solo kills versus the Invoker, so he's going to be forced to play a little bit cautiously. But until then, if he just sits back and plays it relatively safe, meantime, bottom lane Zydo getting body blocked just a little bit. Open wounds will do literally nothing here. They need to kill him within the duration of the cask as well as the Fire Blast. Both stuns being used, and the Darkseer dropping really low, but Easy as well as Nudge. X-Nudge? Judd? June? Backwards? I don't know. Nudge. They're both going to take quite a beating. I only have to assume that they ran into a creep wave in order to get those off. But Dark's here. He is well on his way to a Soul Ring. Can actually afford that one right now if he wants to. So that would just mean never-ending mana for him, never-ending Ion Shells. And well, life gets a little bit more difficult for the Lifestealer on that top lane. Xeno, Sunstrike with the Fire Blast, follow up, boom! Easy, Witch Doctor kill. With the right click, 61 damage, sure, it's a little bit less than the 225 pure damage of Exhort, but whatever, we'll go with it. But exactly what I was talking about, LG setting up kills with their copious amounts of stuns combined with the Sunstrike. And Invoker all of a sudden, well, he has an assist, not going to completely redeem the fact that he is currently getting utterly demolished, well, maybe not utterly demolished, but he's losing in lane. But as long as he keeps getting these assists, he will be fine. And the beauty is they could just keep on doing it over and over again because they have a Sunstrike and Nudge right outside of vision range. Xeno, oh, he's playing with the trees, with the Ion Shells, pushing that far out. Going in will not really result in that much. So I guess they're just going to be happy to sit back and do a little bit less. In the meantime, bottom lane, Tidehunter 0-0-0-0-0. He has not killed a thing. This Tidehunter is a pacifist. He just wants to sit back and he wants everyone to jong. Unfortunately, that's not really an option because this Rubik and the Treant Protector, with the potential for Leech Seed into beatdown right clicks, means that the Tidehunter cannot get close at all. The Silencer is actually going for Max Curse of the Silent, which again won't really stick that long on the Tidehunter in lane. I have to assume this means he's going to go for an Aghanim Scepter. I don't really see the benefit of maxing out Curse of the Silent over the likes of Last Word. Like maybe if you're going against a Viper or something, but against a Tidehunter who could easily dispel it, which with 40 mana and he has 260, he could do that all day. He's not going to be too worried, but Miko, he's got to be the one who's worried because there's a smoke up. We have Handball as the Rubik as well as Arf, Treant Protector. They're looking for blood on the very, very weak Invoker. And the Invoker, well, he shouldn't really smell anything coming. Bottom lane is pushing. Clix is going to be more than happy to handle that lane all by himself. Are they going to dive this? They see Miko, there's the slow, and, well, TA could probably just get this kill by herself, but she's going to have help regardless. Sunstrike going to happen. It will hit very hard into Handball. TP will get canceled, and Handball will actually die. That tower did a lot of damage. Rubik is going to be the trade. It's a 1-for-1. However, the Invoker not really getting as much benefit from that. I think you actually do get experience when you get a kill with Sunstrike, so maybe not. Regardless, Xeno now in the top lane, open wounds. He's going to drop the wall. Does he not have a Surge? He already used the Surge. He's going to try to fight out with JB. He will get that kill and Nudge. He's going to get a double kill. Xeno is going to turn things around with the level 1 wall at level 7. Oh, and Sunstrike, oh, it will come out, and Invoker will get the revenge kill. I'm pretty sure that was blind, but hey, Miko, 2 kills with Sunstrike plus 1 assist. Not bad. It's not bad at all. But definitely LG did not expect that, mostly because it's a level, well, I guess it was a level 7 Darkseer. Who gets Wall of Replica at level 7? That never happens, and you never actually prepare for it. That, to be fair, most of the damage did come from Ion Shell, but still, dropping a wall, that just does a little bit of damage when you drop it. 150 damage, it's not the best for 200 mana, but it's something, and the illusions also did a little bit of damage as well. That Wall of Replica at level 7 just gave Darkseer a double kill, which is pretty absurd. Now we're going to be seeing people level up that skill level 7, and it's going to get them killed or something like that, but what are you going to do? It worked for him that time, doesn't mean it'll work for him every time. But what will probably work is the Smoke Gank. Easy and Nudge. Level 3, level 4 Witch Doctor, not the highest levels, however, oh, they're going to run into Handball. There goes the smoke, and the gig is up. Tidehunter way too far away, easy. I think stuttering a little bit on that cask, and they're going to back up. Yeah, this smoke will not, in fact, work. Here comes the Templar Assassin, but TA, oh, she has a double damage rune. This is really going to hurt with the living armor as well. There's one stun, which she's going to get Maldic, but 1 shot, 2 shot, almost 3 shot easy. There's no more follow-up. Global Silence is there. Another trap is going to slow them down by a small amount, but Templar Assassin is going to go ham all over Tidehunter, and the salve will save him, plus the fact that he got the Anchor Smash minus damage off, and Kicks still trying to go for this kill. Sunstrike will just be off the mark, but turnaround Gush and Kicks, a little bit too greedy, is going to go into the Cold Snap, into the Meld rather, and here comes the support. Fade Bolt and Treant Protector are here. They do have a little bit of living armor for Kicks, and Kicks is going to book it. Kicks should be fine. Arf is going to try to 1v3. Another trap's going to fly out, but mostly just be intimidation. Kicks, oh no, Kicks got blocked by a creep. Bottle run. Kicks, hide. Power. Kicks. Don't do this to me, Kicks. Do they know that? Oh, rest in peace. They know where he was. Kicks going a little bit too ham. Not as much bread, not as much cheese, just all ham. and he didn't get anything. I mean, when you do have a double damage rune on a Templar Assassin, you feel damn powerful, and, you know, he was doing a lot of damage. Unfortunately, Tidehunter with a level 1 Kraken Shell, Anchor Smash doing a huge amount of damage reduction, and then all of a sudden, wow, okay, Chrono Dota, you might want to be careful because the Silencer's absolutely destroying you. 40 HP, the Tidehunter does survive. That's only with the level 1 Glaze of Wisdom. The Curse of the Silent not doing too much, and Sunstrike once again missing. But Tidehunter really getting roughed up by the Silencer. Nudges here with Smoke of Deceit. Really can't do anything about that. Let's take a quick look at the farm of both carries. Lifestealer did take that death, but he is 40 for 4, whereas the Silencer on the other end, 58 for 16 with the Hand of Midas. The Silencer is getting absolutely everything. Now, granted, JB did have to deal with Ion Shells, and that's annoying, but Miko is going to be in trouble in the mid lane. Handball's going to come in, does have a Telekinesis. Does he need to use it? Yes, he does need to use it. And Leech Seed, just for good measure. It's another kill on the Invoker. They could put some damage onto this tier 1 mid. Shouldn't be able to get it unless no one comes in. But if they all stick around and they just go for it, they might be able to get this tower. Don't really know if they even want to. No, they probably do. Yeah, tower is probably non-negotiable at this point. Yeah, they're just going to beat down on the tower. Tidehunter's just going to come in. Does not have level 6. He's very close to it, but that's not really going to do much. Level 3 Anchor Smash will keep him safe, at least, you know, relatively safe. But this tower's still taking a very heavy beating. They need teleportation right now, but yeah, Tidehunter might want to look for the deny. No, okay, this tower just... And kicks. We'll secure that one. It's going to go for the drums phase. Usually you see drums going with power treads, but it's a really minor distinction, minor differences. The question is whether or not we're going to see him get a Blink Dagger. In this game, I would like to see a Blink Dagger in this game, but usually you just go straight Blink Dagger after phase if you're not going to... If you go for drum, you don't go for Blink Dagger. So that's probably not going to be what he's going to go for. So he just wants to do that race car thing. With Surge, I mean, I feel like it's kind of redundant, but regardless, they're going to get not just one, but a second tower. And now the Global Silence not going to matter because Ogre Magi is there with that huge 72 damage. Miko is going to try to get a Cold Snap onto the Invoker. He has drums, but not willing to pop it off. Ignite does go onto the Silencer, not doing too much. It's a level 2 Ignite, but Ogre Magi not really going to be able to follow that one up. So they get a tower deny, however they do lose 2 towers. Chrono might get initiated on by Kix. They see him, and Kix is completely surrounded. There's the Forge Spirits, there's the Fire Blast, Ignite, there's the Cask, and Sunstrike will, well, I don't know if it hit because he has Fraction up. Haste Rune, and Templar Assassin is going to run out of there. We'll be just fine. Fraction is a balanced skill, guys. It's a problem with having an Invoker versus TA. Invoker is inherently very bursty until he gets to his Meteor point. And that's a long ways off. He doesn't even have a point of Wax. Sunstrike is going to be really hard to use against TA, you know, when she's actually on the move and not sitting here and melt. But in the meantime, Xeno has been on this top lane for the entire time, is well on his way to his mech. He got slowed down quite a bit, but really there's nothing that much that JB can do. The Lifestealer definitely cannot kill the Darkseer, at least not alone. And the Darkseer will just be able to constantly push creeps to the tower and even tower. So JB is going to receive this constant harassment of Ion Shell, or maybe even a dive. Xeno does have some backup. Vacuum back onto the Lifestealer. He does have Rage. He does have Infest, so he should not die here. There's the Infest. Will restore him back up to a good amount of HP, but Xeno still looking to dive this perhaps. Another Ion Shell is probably going to want to go on the Witch Doctor. A little bit of an easier kill. He'll get hit with the cast. There's nothing to bounce to. Maledict is there as well. What level Maledict's at? That's level 2. Chrono's there. Teleporting in with the Ravage Sunstrike, and it's right on the money. Darkseer is going to go down. Miko getting yet another kill with that beautiful Sunstrike skill. What a skill. And, well, he's going to not get phase boots. He's going to just defend mid lane. This has gotta be phase boots, right? He was right there. He could have bought them. Whatever. It doesn't really matter. Lifestealer in the meantime, he has 2,000 gold, 53 CS. Still pales in comparison to the now 7980 of the Silencer with Hand of Midas. So Silencer just farming up Storm, whereas JB really being pressured back a huge amount in comparison. I don't really know what he's saving his money for. There's not much that you save when you're going for Lifestealer builds. Kicks now going to hunt down Miko with an Invis plus Meld, refraction damage doing a whole lot. Chronos is here as well for a Gush Anchor Smash, but his presence alone is going to force the Templar Assassin away. Global Silence is going to pop for a nudge. Yeah, they want to go for the Ogre Magi. It's going to be a little bit of a hard kill because he is so tanky. Surge on the Rubik for a Fade Bolt. That's not going to do anything. Bloodlust onto everyone. And, well, it's a good thing for Xeno Dokio that they didn't chase this one out. Another cast going to get thrown, will bounce a couple times, but really not lead to too much. They're going to go now for Arf. He's going to go into the invis. There's the vacuum back into the wall. Not too much, but Sunstrike is there. Chain Protector dropping pretty low, but the mech is going to keep him alive. Nudge can once again land another Fire Blast onto Zyto. Anchor Smash and Chrono. He wishes he has Ravage right now. He's going to back off for now. Meteor is going to come down on Chain Protector. Will bring him down pretty low. That's a lot of burn damage, but it will not be lethal. Everyone is actually going to survive. What the hell? How does everyone escape from that? I don't really know, but here we go. Kick's going to want to make something happen. He will miss Ogre Magi by just a little bit. Ogre Magi probably did not see the trap being laid, but he definitely saw the rotation from the Templar Assassin with this Observer Ward. So, no one will die. No one will die. That's kind of weird. But in the meantime, Clicks. He is just going to rush his Aghanim Scepter. Now, Aghanim Scepter on Silencer, it's not really the item that you want to go for if you're going to be the I'm going to kill everyone with Glaives of Wisdom build. And he's clearly not going to go for that build because he only has 1 point in Glaives of Wisdom. It's definitely the more mid-game oriented team fight kind of item to go for. A lot of that is him putting his eggs into the Templar Assassin bucket. It does also make him a lot tankier, but really it's for that Global Silence damage, because Global Silence against Witch Doctor, that'll bring him down to like half HP. It's really, really dangerous. Not to mention everyone else as well. So Silencer not going to be doing the most right-click damage in the world, but hell, he's getting a very, very good amount of farm, and he's going to get a fast Aghanim Scepter. Level 4 Curse of the Silent, level 2 Global Silence with an Aghanim Scepter this early. That's going to be a lot of pain to the soft supports of LG. Now, first, fortunately for LG, they have Ogre Magi, who, although he will get hit pretty hard by the Silence, won't get hit as hard from the Curse of the Silent just because he's such a tanky hero. Well, they changed the main attribute icons. Valve, stop putting all these changes on me. I've not been prepared. I was not prepared for this. All right, let's zoom out and see this fight from a bird's eye view, because Easy is hiding in the trees. Miko and Nudge are here. There's the Ignite on the Templar Assassin. Will burn through the other faction really quickly. Global Silence is there. Chrono going to teleport in, but he cannot get the Ravage off. Can he get it off ever? He'll get lifted up and he will be brought down. Meteor's going to get dropped, do a lot of damage, but Easy's going to get sniped off by Kicks. In the meantime, Nudge stuck in the corner fighting his own illusion. JB is here as well, but the tower goes down. Suddenly LG don't have any more protection. Another Meteor stolen now by Handball. Going to burn down Nudge. The Fade Bolt will do him in. JB and Miko, they've just got to run. There's a Surge. No Surge. Miko's going to teleport out. JB should be just fine. And just like that, the camera knows to zoom back in. Technology. It's a beautiful thing. I still feel like I'm zoomed in a little bit too much, though. But they're going to go now for the top tier 2 tower after taking down that top tier 1. Again, that shows the value of Global Silence in general. It will, of course, do more once it gets the Aghanim Scepter, but Silencer's been farming this lane the entire time. That was a 4v5 fight that Xeno Dokio took, and a lot of that actually happened because of the fact that Tidehunter was silenced or disabled that entire time. He now does have his Ravage, and he's going to get it off onto everyone. Cass going to follow through with a 3-man Maledict. No Maledict, just Death Ward. Kicks is going to escape, but Rubik already is going to get brought down. Zyto going to try to surge himself out, but he's going to get stunned with a Cold Snap once, twice. Nudges here, Fire Blast, no multicast, but will it matter? Beat down, it will not matter. He's going to go down, and now Chrono, he's going to use his Kraken Shell, or get Kraken Shell proc to get out of that overgrowth. Now Kicks also on the run. They do see Chain Protector, but now they don't, just out of range of the Sentry Ward. Just in range of another Sentry Ward, but Fire Blast onto Kicks. I think this might be the death of the Templar Assassin. She's going to try to hide. That won't work. She's going to try to kill Nudge. That might actually work. They don't have that much damage. Templar Assassin going to get slowed on the Ice Wall. That'll be her death, unless Centaurs are heroes. Centaurs, oh, Ice Wall does do damage. Just a little bit, but enough to kill off TA. And LG, they finally get the Ravage off, and they finally take a fight off of the tree. Unfortunately for LG, has managed to escape, but LG hang on, they take a decent fight, but that's not the dangerous part. The dangerous part is that the Xeno Dokio side, they took that entire top lane fight 4v5, and that's just terrifying, because Silencer, even though he's there, he won't be doing the most right-click damage. He'll have that extra Curse of the Silent. He will have that extra last word for silence and or disarm. And he has a good amount of attack speed. Strength Treads plus Hand of Midas, getting a little bit of agility from the Aghanim Scepter as well. He's really a force to be reckoned with at this stage, with 100 CS, more than 100 CS, almost 10 CS a minute. No, not nearly that much. My math is just, okay, never mind. 5 CS a minute, that's more like it. But Global Silence now, Miko Gonna get silenced. He's forced to fall back. Easy, and it lifts back. Vacuum back to pull him back one more time. There's the overgrowth onto Miko. Can they kill this Invoker off? It looks like they should be able to. Ghost Walk. Is there any True Sight? Leech Seed still doing damage. There's a Sentry Ward. And Miko, Surge, beat down, punch him. Got him. Rubik gonna kill off the Invoker. In the meantime, Illusions chasing down everyone. But Invoker's down, and Xenodokyo, they've used their Global Silence for this. They don't have to worry about a Ravage, though. So this is gonna be another free tower for them. Pink is coming around from behind, but again, the Lifestealer saved all his gold for Assange. That's not going to do enough. Yes, he's very tanky, but Xenodokyo can essentially ignore the Lifestealer at this point. Just kill off the soft supports, focus the Invoker, make sure that the Tidehunter doesn't get his Ravage, and they'll be fine. They're going to go straight for Roshan and LG. They will have their Ravage to contest this. No Blink Dagger on Tidehunter, not for a very long while. And can they get to this Roshan pit before this Roshan drops? Do they even want to? Sunstrike's going to come down almost immediately once the Invoker responds, I want to say. Sunstrike? Oh, yeah, look at that. I am a prophet. But it's too late. Roshan is already down, guys. Roshan is down and kicks. Going to get an Aegis. He does have enough for a BKB. He'll fly that one out to him right away. BKB plus Aegis. And they have wall. They have wall in 20 seconds. Overgrowth is up. The other big cooldown going to be Silencer. 50 seconds until he gets his big team fight ultimate. And Staff of Wizardry. Probably, I want to say 4 staff. Yeah, I don't really see him going for anything else right now. Got to keep yourself alive, especially versus a Lifestealer. You can keep your allies alive as well if you really feel generous. But they're going to go for the bottom lane. They have to be careful of this Ravage, but they should know that Tidehunter does not have a Blink Dagger. They have no wards, actually. The ward coverage from LG has been pretty damn good. And Tidehunter, where's Tidehunter? Yeah, he does not have a Blink Dagger, but I don't actually think Xenodokyo will know about this. Sunstrike on clicks. That's a pretty good way of starting off the fight. It's guaranteed damage right off the bat. And now Zydo off to the side. Gotta watch out for that chain stun. Here comes Chrono. He's gonna get a Ravage. Only onto kicks, but he's gonna be just fine. He popped BKB. He is going to. And a huge 4-man back into Overgrowth. Invoker force-staffs himself out, but that's not gonna do anything for his team. Everyone's gonna get chased down. Chrono's getting chased down by Zydo. Ion Shell killing him off. Now Miko will get hit. Oh, well, actually, Kicks missing. He misclicked on a creep, but it doesn't matter because Invoker died anyway. Somehow the only person to escape is the soft Witch Doctor. Global Silence from Xenodokyo. And the fact that, well, Kicks used BKB, didn't even need the Aegis. They're now going to knock on the high ground of LG. Fortification will slow them down, but to what end? There's no Ravage. Meteor or Invoker stuff is the only thing that could really defend this push for LG, but that's a long way off as well. 20 seconds at the very least. This tier 3 tower is going to go down. The question is, will Xenodokyo get any more? I feel like going for the ranged racks is probably the best course of action right now. 15 seconds, so they'll get the tower, and well, JB's going to jump right in. Clicks is going to get his wounds opened up, but the team will be there to keep him safe. Barrett Vacuum onto 3, and the lift up going to stun an additional 2. Nudge is going to get focused down after the Lifestealer, after the Tidehunter, and now Easy. He's here with Miko, but that won't do nearly enough. Though might kill off Handball. He's stolen Voodoo Restoration, and won't be enough. That will be enough to kill off Rubik, but Miko is going to be the only one to survive that. GG has been called. That brings us to a game number 2. Xenodokyo taking this one in a pretty clean victory, using the Global Silence to great effect. The Silencer really could have been played in any role, but hey, he was just backup for the late game. So that's going to be it, guys. This is definitely a new screen because the top and yeah, this is gone. I feel like this is a bug. This definitely should be a bug, but regardless, guys, if you had Kicks in your fantasy team, then you are happy. That's going to be it for me, guys. I'm going to go on to game number 2, and I will see you guys then.